Have you ever wanted to travel back in time to see what life was like long ago? History is like a time machine made of stories. It takes us to different places and different times. We can meet brave leaders, clever inventors, and ordinary people who did extraordinary things. But to travel through time correctly, we need a good map. To tell a good story, you need to know the story first. Imagine you are building a house with toy blocks. You wouldn't just start stacking blocks randomly. You would think about the shape first, build a strong base, then walls, and finally the roof. Research is the part where we become treasure hunters. The treasure we are looking for is information. We can find this treasure in encyclopedias, museum websites, and libraries, with expert guides who help us find reliable sources. Long before the United States existed, the land was home to millions of people, Native Americans or indigenous peoples. They were not just one group, they were many different nations, each with its own language, government, and way of life. Then, about 500 years ago, new people began to arrive from Europe. Explorers like Christopher Columbus sailed west, looking for trade routes to Asia. Some came for gold, others for land, and some, like the Pilgrims, were searching for religious freedom. The settlements grew into 13 colonies, all ruled by Great Britain. For years, colonists were loyal British citizens. But when Britain imposed new taxes without colonial representation in Parliament, anger grew stronger. Protests like the Boston Tea Party led to the first shots of revolution at Lexington and Concord in 1775. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, and after years of war, a new nation was born in 1783. The young United States believed in manifest destiny, stretching to the Pacific Ocean. Pioneers packed wagons and headed west for land and opportunity. This expansion came at great cost to native nations, who were forced from ancestral homes onto reservations through broken treaties and violence. A bitter disagreement about slavery divided North and South. Southern plantations relied on enslaved African Americans, while northern states had outlawed slavery. When Lincoln was elected in 1860, 11 southern states formed the Confederacy, leading to the Civil War from 1861 to 1865. After the Civil War ended slavery, the Industrial Age transformed America. Factories needed workers, drawing millions from farms in foreign countries to cities. Factory work was dangerous with long hours and low pay. The Progressive Era brought reforms for workplace safety, child labor laws, and women's suffrage. America entered World War I in 1917, helping end the conflict in 1918. The Roaring Twenties brought prosperity, but the 1929 stock market crash led to the Great Depression. After Pearl Harbor in 1941, America entered World War II. The entire country mobilized, with women taking factory jobs while men fought overseas. While fighting the Cold War globally, America faced a struggle for justice at home. The Civil Rights Movement, led by Martin Luther King Jr. and others, fought segregation. Their courage led to the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Voting Rights Act of 1965, outlawing segregation and protecting voting rights. The late 20th century brought a technological revolution with personal computers, the internet, and mobile phones, changing how we communicate, work, and live. The 21st century began with 9/11s, leading to new security measures and ongoing debates about freedom. Today, America continues facing challenges while its story is still being written. Our journey through American history is complete. By breaking this long story into smaller parts, we can see how each event connects to the next. This step-by-step approach shows why good preparation matters. A clear outline turns mountains of information into compelling, understandable stories. Learning history is about more than memorizing the past. It's about understanding the present. Today's debates about freedom and equality connect to centuries-old struggles. By studying history with clear plans and curious minds, we learn to think critically and become better citizens. The adventure of history never truly ends.